Welcome everyone to episode 8 of the Smashing Wallace and Gromit discussions. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the voice actors who have played the lovable inventor Wallace over the years. The voice actors I'll be talking about are Peter Sallis and Ben Whitehead. So, let's get started. First up is the legendary Peter Sallis. Peter Sallis was born on the 1st of February 1921 in Twickenham, Middlesex, England. In the Second World War, he served in the Royal Air Force as a ground crew operator, but his acting career soon started around about the 1950s, where he performed on the London stage. He has also starred in many British films around about the 1960s and 70s too. He has been in The Curse of the Werewolf, Taste the Blood of Dracula, and has also starred in the popular TV show called The Last of the Summer Wine, where he played Norman Clegg. While Peter was in The Last of the Summer Wine, Nick Park was making his first graduation project for the National Film and Television School. The stars in the film was a mad inventor named Wallace, and his silent but intelligent dog called Gromit. Nick needed someone to play the part of Wallace, and then saw Peter in The Last of the Summer Wine, and knew then that he was the part to play the mad inventor. Peter Sallis was Nick Park's first and only choice for the role. Nick approached him and paid Peter about £50. But Peter Sallis only did the job for a favour for a poor student. Nick Park was surprised that Peter didn't have a Yorkshire accent, and when Peter sent him a recording of Wallace's voice, Nick Park thought he sounded like a newsreader. While they were recording A Grand Day Out, Nick said that as soon as he started recording Peter's voice, Wallace soon started to develop more into a character. Nick also said the way that Peter said words like cheese made him laugh, and decided to give Wallace a wide, coat-hanger-like mouth that he has. A Grand Day Out took 6 years to make, and Peter soon got a phone call from Nick in a small voice saying,
I finished it.
Since his appearance in A Grand Day Out, Peter Sallis starred in many of Wallace and Gromit's adventures. He has starred in all the shorts. He has starred in the feature-length film. He was in many of the adverts. He was in a series of 10 short 1-minute episodes, a TV roadshow, and has also starred in some of the video games as Wallace. Like the video game called Project Zoo, where there are about 7,000 words of dialogue, all performed by Peter. But in 2011, Peter Sallis soon retired from his acting career and his role of Wallace. His last Wallace and Gromit production was in World of Invention. Peter Sallis is now aged 95 and is in frail health. But to me, Peter will always be the best voice actor to play Wallace, because let's face it, he did help to build Wallace's character. Finally, we come to Ben Whitehead, Wallace's replacement voice actor since 2008. Ben Whitehead has been mimicking voices for many years. The first Wallace and Gromit production he was in Curse of the Were-Rabbit, where he played Mr. Leaching, one of the many background characters from the movie. In the film, he didn't really say much, but Mr. Leaching was seen more in the Curse of the Were-Rabbit video game, where he had a bigger role by being one of Wallace and Gromit's clients that helped the dynamic duo progress through the game. In 2008, Ben Whitehead soon started to be a stand-in voice actor to voice Wallace. He first voiced the eccentric inventor in some of the little mini adverts for BBC for promoting Christmas. But in 2009, his bigger role by playing Wallace was in Wallace and Gromit's Grand Adventures video game. Since Peter Sallis retired by playing Wallace, Ben Whitehead has now been Wallace's official backup voice actor and has carried on playing the role ever since. He has been in many of the adverts. He was in Wallace and Gromit's musical marvels at the BBC Proms, a 1-minute short film called Jubilee Bunter Thron. He was in Wallace and Gromit's Cinematic Ride, and was also in the Aardman documentary called A Grand Night in The Story of Aardman. Not only he has been in many of Wallace and Gromit's productions, but he was also in Aardman's fifth feature film called The Pirates in an Adventure with Scientists, where he plays the character called the Pirate Who Likes Sunsets and Kittens. He also played many of the background characters in the film too. That's it for episode 8. I hope you all enjoyed it. Remember to visit the Smashing Wallace and Gromit Discussions Facebook page, as well as my website called thewallaceandgromitfanatic.wordpress.com. Both links are in the description. And in episode 9, I'll be talking about my top favourite moments in the Wallace and Gromit productions. See you all in episode 9. Bye!